You call yourself Young Fela. How was that?
Yeah.
First of all, let's start from there. Young Fela, that's a lot of weight, pressure or weight you're choosing to carry on your shoulders.
There's no pressure for me.
There's no pressure for you.
There's no pressure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You just feel like you could take the name.
Bro, I went for 11 months and I'm back. No, like the name is not because of maybe I want to be like Fela or because of his music. The only reason why I had that Young Fela is because I listen to Fela's music, obviously. Fela is a legend. Like, there's nobody that did not pass through Fela, listen to Fela, some of Fela's ideas. And the main reason why I say Young Fela is because of the gap to that semblance. Yeah, that's the only reason why. That's one of the major reasons why I'll say Young Fela to myself. But I don't want to be under the pressure of, I want to start acting like Fela or no.
Okay. So one question that is at the back of my mind is the fact that if you wear your cap correctly, like if you face front or put that for back, what will happen? But it's always facing the side of you.
That's the thing now. That's the identity now. You see that every young boy wants to do that same thing. You've noticed. Almost everybody you want to wear your cap that way. But Boy Timz will influence our influencer.
Me personally, I'm a fan of your music, I'm a fan of your work, and I just want to have fun. That's my jam. That's my jam. Yeah. That's my jam.
Yes,
you know, all the girls then playing. I think that's how it goes, man. It's a jam any day, anytime. So let me start from there now. How did you come up with that song? It's not even just that song. There's a way your music sounds. Like it's different. There's a way it sounds. You sing about stuff that don't take this the wrong way, but you sing about stuff that are obvious, but they're not obvious again. Everybody wants to have fun. No, it's the truth. Everybody wants to have fun, but nobody has thought about going to the studio and saying I just want to have fun. I'm giving up, baby. Do you get? So how does the whole idea, or how do you come up with songs like that?
Most times it's just my mood, On that particular day, I was just with a friend. Like I met a friend from way back, and it was like, bro, maybe we went out, And then I linked up with a producer. Bro, it was a one-take freestyle, and then I went on Instagram Live, and I just played it like immediately in the studio. Like I never do that because of and then I was just on live, bro. I had over 100 people screen recorded and reposted. Bro, it was wild that day. And then the team at the time just said, yo, let's drop this song.
Wow.
Boom.
Well, that's how it is. So out of all the things you said now, the most interesting thing you just mentioned is the fact that it was a one-take thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So are you one of those people who don't write their songs? Is that I assume that?
I write my songs, but sometimes those one takes are very spiritual. A lot of times, actually, because practice
makes perfect now. I never used to. Sorry, you're saying something. Please continue.
I said nobody's perfect, but it's still practice. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. So I was saying that I never used to believe artists to make songs without writing them down until this was years ago. Until I started working with entertainers and I started, being in the studio when they made these things. Then I understood. The one that used to bust my head was the fact that people kept on saying Olamide almost never writes his song. That he just hears the beats. And I'm like, this is not possible. I'm yet to be in the studio when he's recording, but I've spoken to Fields and I've spoken to P Prime, two of his producers, and they're like, Fields was like, if not, it looks like magic to him. Like they could not play beats. I don't go sit down, they know the head. The next thing Fields, record me. And before you know it, you don't start but the moment he says record me and you don't record him, just like you said, that vibe could just go and everything.
Yeah, those one takes, the first takes, they're always solid.
They're always solid. So guys,
MJ MJ was also like that.
No fucking way, man. Sorry, pardon my no way. I see.
So when there are some parts of that one take freestyles that you still have to edit, but you know that one take that just hits and you know it's like feel it, yeah.
I just remember P Prime actually saying it that when I can't remember the song that he said he had to cut, that you said a lot of things.
Loading.
Oh yeah. You said a lot of things. It was like I wait here. Oh, yes. Okay. I get it. I feel you, man. Okay, so your name now, Bad Boy Timz. Like I said, you talk about obvious things, but not too obvious as well. Bad Boy Timz is quite obvious. But the name again, take me through the process of how you came to Bad Boy Timz, because I know there's always a process. It doesn't happen. So how do you get the name?
Yeah, so Timz is like Timz is a combination of two of my names, Timile and Timothy. So it's two Tims.
Okay. So
that's the
Okay.
The Bad Boy was just the extra physique because there's this other artist in, I think he's from Iran or something. Okay. He's also Timz. So I just wanted something different, And the kind of song that I make is songs that is not for every regular person. It's for bad boys, you know the vibe. So yeah.
Oh, okay. I get that now. But you say your name's Oloruntimilane from what I'm seeing here, and Timothy. So why did you just name yourself Tim?
No. That doesn't work for me. Nah, because the Timz is I feel like that one is more is in a way like more catchy. A lot of people have Timz as their nicknames. A lot of people that bear Timile Timothy. So I just started to make my own unique.
I get that. Makes a lot of sense. So let's talk about the shock absorbers now. So you see what I was saying? Obvious, but not obvious again. Because you keep on saying, shock to back on in all your songs. Yeah. Now, so shock absorber. I think that's the name of your label too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. So why? Why? Just give us
because
rundown.
The shock absorber is it's more of like a fan base name, because my fans, they're the ones absorb the shock I'm giving them. Every time I tend to shock them, so why not? They're the ones absorbing it, so they are my absorbers.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the whole idea.
Okay. But have you always wanted to do music? Or it was something you just discovered that, I can do this, so because a lot of people's stories are like that. But for you, has it always been music?
I've always
studied music in school?
Yeah.
Oh, you studied
music?
I
didn't study music in school.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I studied computer engineering in school.
Computer engineering. So what you are telling me now is you left a career as a tech bro with all the prospective money you could have made and decided to be a musician. Wow.
I didn't leave the career. I'm still doing my masters.
Oh, you're still doing your masters in computer engineering?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my masters. Yeah.
That's like that's two. You have two big guns. Two big bullets in your. You're a musician. You're going to be doing well as a musician. Then as a computer engineer as well, because that's where all the money is going to in the country. Everybody's a tech bro. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
Okay.
That's how the music go. Okay. Yeah. What else? I've always wanted to do music because my dad is a musician.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, my dad is a musician.
A professional
he has his own band.
musician.
Yeah, he has his own live band and stuff. He does shows.
Wow. What's your dad's name?
He does Tumba music.
Tumba music. So did you ever dance on stage with him?
No, I used to pick money for him now.
So that was your own job. When they spent the money at the time.
Yeah, so
okay. Yeah. What's your dad's name? Name?
Baba T International.
Baba T International. Okay.
That's of his band and stuff.
Let me write it down. Hold on. I'll go for it. Baba T
International.
God should not bless you. You should not see a video of you dancing and picking money.
No, it's not impossible. No, it's not there. It's just audio track.
It's just audio track. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that was the influence for you.
Yeah, the influence. Yeah. I listened to a lot of Asha music growing up as well. That Blue album, the Asha
album.
Yeah, I listen to more hits. I listen to a lot of Fuji music because I grew up in these streets, so I listen to a lot of Fuji music. Passively, like it is not something that I want to do, but you know, I had a grandpa that loved Fuji music, and I used to stay with him at the time. So all of that together with the kind of environment I was staying at the time. So yeah, those are my influences. Church too. I wasn't fully in the choir, but I sort because my dad was the choir master at the time. Okay. So I sort of like always had to go to the church after school, you know, just to go and wait there. So I see how they do their thing. The choir, I was much younger when it was the choir master. So all those things wrapped up to Bad Boy Timz.
Oh, okay. But why you not Shanko Rashidi? Why you not doing Fuji music? Did I decide to do hip hop?
There's a little bit of Fuji in my music. If you listen, the way I pronounce some words and some of my instrumentals, you see a little feel of Fuji in it. Yeah.
Let's say
so all those things Fuji lambas. Yeah.
You know, I feel you now. But you don't have to be like Pasuma, like Sanko that I mentioned. You can just do your own in a different. Of course,
and there's a whole lot more to Bad Boy Timz that if you listen to my first extended play, you understand that there's a whole lot more to Bad Boy Timz. It's not just Bedu. Bad Boy Timz has a whole lot of shades, but I want to unravel them like one after the other.
Okay,
you know,
that makes
there's a lot of planning going on.
A lot of planning.
Yeah. So,
Okay. So one question that is at the back of my mind is the fact that if you wear your cap already, like if you face front or put up for back, what will happen? But it's always facing the side of you. That's
the thing now. That's the identity now. You see that every young boy wants to do that same thing. You've noticed almost everybody they want to wear their cap that way. Bad Boy Timz will influence our influencer.
I get that.
Everybody's catching up to the wave, so yeah. I think I did one for the culture now. Come on. I brought it back, and everybody's
I'm glad you said you brought it back because it's always been around, but it's just something nobody actually thought about it. But now you've made it.
People never really pay attention until they pay attention. You know. So.
That's it. Okay, so now anybody that associates themselves with the great Fela always gets either the feedback will be positive or negative. You call yourself Young Fela. How was that?
Yeah.
First of all, let's start from there. Young Fela, that's a lot of weight, pressure or weight you're choosing to carry on your shoulder.
There's no pressure for me.
There's no pressure for you.
There's no pressure. Yeah.
Okay. You just feel like you can take the name.
Bro, I went for 11 months and I'm back. No, like the name is not because of maybe I want to be like Fela or because of his music. The only reason why I had that Young Fela is because I listen to Fela's music, obviously. Fela is a legend. Like, there's nobody that did not pass through Fela. You know, listen to Fela, some of Fela's ideas. And the main reason why I say Young Fela is because of the gap to be that semblance. Yeah, that's the only reason why. That's one of the major reasons why I'll say Young Fela to myself. But I don't want to be under the pressure of, I want to start acting like Fela or, I'm Timz, I'm Bad Boy Timz. Like, but you understand why I said Young Fela. I have some conscious music, but I'm not trying to play Fela. Do you understand? I'm Bad Boy Timz. I'm a whole one.
The whole one. All this time that you were out of, or that you were, some people were saying Timz has fallen off. They were wondering how you're going to come back and everything. But you've come back with this song now with Move. But what are some of the things you've learned now? Since that it sounds like, or it looks like you're in charge of your own destiny, at least in the music sense, in the business sense of things now. Everything is coming out through shock absorbers. That means it's coming out through you. You're the CEO, the director, the everything for yourself now. So what are some of the things you've learned from that period?
It's not easy to invest in music, but I feel like if you believe in your talent, it's a what, like, is a risk worth taking. Yeah, it's not been easy now. I won't lie, it's not been easy, but God has been faithful. God has been faithful. I've been learning a lot of new stuff, from people. I've been learning that you can actually, do way more than you're doing right now. With consistent hard work, planning, everything. So the journey has not been easy. I'm growing into it. A lot of people will just, try to step on your nerves, but I've just been learning a lot as a CEO. It's not easy, but we're doing it by God's grace. It's not easy.
Amen, man. Yeah, so we are talking about what you are up to at the moment. You've just put out Move. Now, I get that's the other song, huh?
Yeah, Move.
Move, yes. Move from left to right. Go to the front. Go to the back. That's a jam, man. Okay, break your leg. Break your leg. Bend your back. Do like this. So do like that. This guy, man. See, your song always explain something. Either you are better than Michael Jackson, or you want to have fun, or you moving to
or you want to break your leg.
Or you want to break your leg. You get so talk to me about that particular song and what next you should expect from Young Fela.
Move is a happy song. I made it amidst all the crisis, but I was just at my happiest at that time. I made Move like 8 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 months ago. Yeah, so I was just like, I know like wahala, I define money in a paper. All those things. I just go to the mic and I just say my mind. And it's out there, it's banging, it's disturbing the streets. I know the streets miss me. I'm coming back soon, but I want to give them, enough problem. So for Bad Boy Timz, many more bangers loading, a lot of bangers loading, like sooner than you expect. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
So are we going to get more songs before the end of the year? Well, the year has come to an end already. But are we going to get something else apart from Move before the end of the year?
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, Abi. Okay. Yo, Timz, thank you very much for speaking with me, man. I wish I had a lot more time, but unfortunately, I have to go in a bit. But before you go, let's talk about the music generally now. Before we started the interview proper, we were talking about, how our sound has gone global, how everybody's taking a piece of the pie. You understand? Yeah. This was different from years back. You are in London at the moment. Omale just finished the tour. Olamide is going on tour soon. Wiz is doing his thing. Brunner has been disturbing the whole of the world. David is coming up as it is. You understand? T.Y. is doing amazing. Yeah. Simi, Adekunle Gold is no more the Adekunle Gold of the Adire. He's now.
Yes,
so these things are happening. Rema is doing his thing. Anywhere you turn, there's somebody that is doing well for themselves.
There are a lot of people that did well for themselves this year. I think there are a lot of hits. There's enough hits to go around.
A lot of them, man. Anyone you like, whatever style you want, there's somebody doing. Look at what Flavor is doing. Look at Flavor. Just gave us levels, and Larry Gaga came out with that one. And the lady that Larry Gaga featured in that song, that woman is a legend. She's like Salawa Beni of Yoruba lands, and look at when she's coming out to GG. So these are the things we are talking about. So how does that make you feel now? Knowing that a couple of years ago, this was not the story. But now it appears to have changed.
Yeah. For me, positivity still, like, it can happen to anybody. Like, that's what it means now. Like, anybody can go global. Like, your music can just pop up from somewhere, and that's it. So I'm hopeful. Everybody's hopeful. Everybody's working hard. Everybody's gathering what they can. So there's no pressure on my own side. Me, I'm just having fun, and there's no giddy on my own side. You see, I did calm. I did cool. There's nobody's stressing me. I'm better than Bad Boy Timz of yesterday. So that's all that matters. But I want to go global. Everybody wants to go global. No, so we're hoping for the best. I will keep on working, grinding. Features, international features too. We're locking in some. So there's no pressure.
Can you share? Can you share the one you're working? You can't just say that and go now.
I can't share. I can't. These ones are special. Don't worry, I'm working on it. So once the ones we have already and the ones that are loading, they are loading. So yeah, so it's Bad Boy Timz in next. Next year is going to be really,
Okay, so are you putting out a body of work?
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
So you can't share. I can't share. Okay, Timz, thank you very much for speaking with me, man.
Thank you so much for having me,
bro. Let me just let you go back to what you were doing before now. But like I said, man, I am a fan of your music. We are fans of your music. Please keep doing what you're doing and keep flying the flag.
Thank you so much.
I would like a situation where Afrobeat can do what reggae did for Jamaican artists at the beginning of the century, like from 2003. Anywhere you turned, either you were hearing Kevin Litsu, you were hearing Sean Paul, you were hearing everyone, all these guys.
I feel like right now it's Amapiano that's doing that.
Amapiano, right? Yeah, hopefully. Amapiano is doing well for themselves. For themselves, I can't say for us because it's a South African thing, and you understand. So I'd like a situation where Afrobeats will get to that.
Afrobeats is on what's Essence doing? Essence is doing it now. Afrobeats is. You understand? Yeah. South African to Africa, Afrobeats.
Abio, Timz, thank you very much, man. This was fun. Do have an amazing day. Thank you, man.